There is no way that you will send 50 pitches out and you won't get 5 yeses. Tell them I said so. Hey everyone, I'm Paula. Welcome to my channel. This channel is dedicated to empowering ambitious women to build personal brands that change the world. If you're new here, you're welcome. If you're returning, you're welcome back. Today we're diving into the topic of setting and smashing your ambitious personal brand goals, and I'm excited about that. Let's dive in. Now, setting goals is great. It is it's essential actually. Don't let me tell you it's not. Setting goals is great. It is how you get the roadmap, you get the plan, and you get like a clear path to your destination. When you have goals in place and you're clear about them, you're able to get up and move. You're not now stopping with the confusion of, okay, what am I trying to do? What do I want? Today, when I see somebody wants this, I'm like, okay, maybe that's what I want. Tomorrow, I see somebody want that. I say that's what I want. Setting goals is the key to clarity. But it's not just about setting goals. It's also about taking inspired action for those goals, right? So when you have that clarity, how do you get up every day and go out and make those things happen? How do you get up and get the motivation and the push and the whatever it is that you need to make that happen, to bring that to life? So let's get started. The first thing with setting your personal brand goals is to make sure that you understand what it is that you're trying to achieve. What do you want with your personal brand? Just a general, oh, I want a personal brand is not enough. A general, I just want to make money with my personal brand is still not enough. A goal is saying that I want to be the most renowned speaker in my niche. The goal is, how do you want to build your personal brand and what do you want it for? What are your personal branding goals? Personally, my personal branding goals is to empower at least 5 people a day, at least 5 women a day to go after the life that they want. My other goals include being a great speaker, a known podcaster, one of the best YouTubers around. And so I'm clear on that. So as a result, when I'm creating my schedule, when I'm arranging, what I'm creating, I'm focused on doing that. Do you want to be a speaker? Do you want to be a writer? Do you want to be a podcaster? Do you want to be all 3? And then how are you going to make sure you're all 3 without jumbling them up? When you have your goals, then the how will now follow. Now, once you have your goals in place, like I said, the how will follow. When you know what it is that you're trying to get, then now you can break them down into smaller goals. Okay, so I want to be a known personal brand and I want to be one of the most known speakers around. What do I need to do every quarter to achieve this? What do I need to do every month to achieve this? What do I need to do every week to achieve this? What do I have to do every day to achieve this? So let me give you an example. Maybe you want to be a known speaker, right? And therefore, you understand that as a new speaker, before you become known, people might not be willing to pay you to speak. So it is now on you to find free paid speaking opportunities so that you can build your portfolio, since that's how you've decided to build your personal brand. So you could set a goal for the year. Say, for example, this year, I want to speak in 50 places, right? That's your heavy goal. Now, quarterly, 50 divided by 4 is about, math is not my strong suit. So let's say you have to do like 15 speaking opportunities per quarter. Let's even break it down to that. 15 speaking opportunities per quarter brings it down to 5 speaking opportunities a month. To get 5 speaking opportunities a month, you might have to pitch 50 people, and let's say it's 10% that you get a yes. So how do you pitch 50 people in 1 month so that you can get your 5 speaking opportunities? So you see how that way, when you break it down, you know what you need to do every day. Maybe every day send 5 pitches, for example. When you wake up in the morning, you know that one of your first priorities, of course, that's not the only thing you're going to be doing to build your personal brand. So as regards this goal, this is what you need to do every day. So every day, it is a non-negotiable that you are sending 5 pitches out. There is no way that you will send 50 pitches out and you won't get 5 yeses. Tell them I said so. Now, having figured out how to get your goals, do this for your goals, guys. I tell you, it works. I have done it for myself. My clients have done it. It works. Now, the next thing you want to consider is how to hold yourself accountable, because when it's just you, yourself, and you, it's easy to start hard. It's easy to go hard and be all, energetic about it at the beginning. But it gets to a place where maybe you're not seeing results, or maybe you're getting tired, or maybe life is happening, because life will happen. Life is not going to pause just because you're building your personal brand. So it's going to get to a place where the uphill climb, your knees start to hurt, what do they call? They call the yams in my secondary school, the back of your leg, they start to hurt. And your feet hurt, you are tired, you're thirsty. I'm being dramatic, but you get the point. Because sometimes the issue is comfort. Sometimes the issue is it gets so hard and you realize maybe I don't really need this. Maybe my salary is enough. Maybe, my husband is even bringing in all of the money, so I don't really need to work. But the money was not exactly why you were in it. You were in it for the freedom to take control of your career. You were in it for the impact that you were going to make. So sometimes comfort is also part of the problem that you will face. So how do you hold yourself accountable to meet those goals? You could join a program, you could get a coach, you could get a friend who's also trying to build, so you guys can build together. So for example, my coaching clients get to come to me. We have our set targets. Oh, you need to put out this freebie in this amount of time so that we can talk about your launch. So these are conversations that we have like regularly. It's access. So get a coach if you haven't already got one. If you're building your personal brand, send me a message. Let's discuss how we can work together. But find somebody who's going to hold you accountable, who understands the reason why you're doing this in the first place, understands that life is going to happen, and is going to hold you accountable for the things that you say you will do. You're not looking for a nanny, you're not looking for a mom, you're looking for somebody who will want this as much as you do, but nobody can want it more than you. So if you're looking for somebody who's going to make you do something that you're not going to do, or you don't want to do, or you don't plan on pushing yourself to do, that's not what I'm talking about. Now, one of the things that helps you with your journey, to be honest, is to celebrate your wins. You will get wins. They will seem like little wins if you look at it like that, but every day, if you show up, that's a win. Celebrate the little wins. If you get a reply, even if it's a no, that's a win. They now know you, they checked you out. Maybe they didn't have space, but they checked you out. So somebody saw you, that's a win. So all the little wins that you get on your way, celebrate them, because that's really the journey. The journey is where most of life happens. Progress happens, trials happens, failure happens, but that's the journey. That's where it happens. So don't forget to be present and actually enjoy the journey. You learn something new, you enjoy it, you celebrate it. You try something new, you win, you celebrate it. You try something new, you fail, you learn, you celebrate it. Right? So celebrate your wins. That's really going to help you on your personal branding journey and with meeting your goals. Because if you have like a large goal of 50 and you're waiting until you reach 50 before you celebrate, the first win that you get is not going to have the impact that it does. Now, let's say, God forbid, you actually don't get to that 50. Maybe you get to 25. You're not going to celebrate that. 25 speaking opportunities, 25 places to point paid opportunities at, to say, I spoke in 25 places. That's a win as well. But we're trying to hit the whole goal. Just remember to celebrate the little wins along the process. Now, let's talk about the inevitable challenges and setbacks that you're going to have. I kind of touched it earlier, but you're going to get tired, right? Beyond that, life is going to happen. Beyond that, you're going to see other people who maybe started after you that are winning, that seem to be winning more than you are. There are people that maybe you started together, maybe you took your first course together, and it looks like they are gathering an audience that you're not. That's going to happen as well. How do you deal with that? Decide on your own that you're going to stay in your lane and you're going to be resilient about it. You're going to show up. You get one like, you will show up the next day. One person attends your live, you will show up the next day. One person registers for your course, you will show up the next day. Nobody shows up for you, you will show up the next day. Nobody is clapping for you, you will show up the next day. Nobody is telling you, oh, they see you, they hear you, they understand you. You will show up the next day because you have a goal. And it doesn't depend on what anybody else is doing, just you on what you're doing. So you've got to make up your mind. It's a matter of grit. That is the difference between the people that are successful and the people that are not. They just kept showing up and they kept learning and they kept falling and getting back up when they fell. And that's how you build a successful personal brand. I have no secrets for you. I have strategies and I have tips, but the secret is to show up and show up consistently. Now, to stay resilient and consistent, you have to stay motivated as well. I don't believe that motivation is around all the time. I think that is utter rubbish because even now, a few days back, as the entire last week, I was demotivated, unmotivated. I didn't feel like doing anything that I did, but I did. Okay, and that is because I have set things in place to make me show up whether I feel like it or not. I have a co-founder with Hustle and Heels. I cannot let her down. I cannot let the people that are working with us down. I have made promises that I have to keep because my name is on the line. My brand is on the line. And so I have all of these things in place to show up whether or not I feel like doing that, because I am clear on where I'm trying to get. When you're clear on what you're trying to get, you will be clear on the things that are going to be detrimental to you. And so things like affirmations, for example, help. They will not make you get up, but they will remind you of what you're trying to build. Affirmations help. Now, the people that you surround yourself with help as well. And I say this a lot. Even the people you follow online, it matters with your space, because that is your space, that's your energy. If we are building personal brands, we spend a lot of time online. What kind of brands, what kind of pages, what kind of information are we exposing ourselves to? So you need to be clear, you need to be very deliberate on that. Your space, when you're down, have you surrounded yourself with people and pages that are going to remind you of where you're trying to get, that are going to remind you of the goal? Okay, so for me, I have affirmations, I have messages from people. I listen to podcasts a lot. Yes, I have a podcast, but I listen to podcasts a lot, and I listen to them depending on what I need that morning. So if I need a little bit of motivation that morning, I know where I'm going. If I feel like I'm low on information, I'm going to learn some. If I feel like I need some spiritual boost, I know where to go. Speaking of, if you'd like me to share my recommended podcast, make a video on that, let me know in the description, in the comments. So surround yourself with people that are going to pick you up when you're unmotivated, and make sure that you are your number one fan and your number one motivation. This personal brand can be built. You can be the coach, the counselor, the therapist, the fitness expert, the consultant, the influencer, the whatever way it is that you want to be with your personal brand, you can. Okay? Thank you so much for listening. And if you are not part of our other communities, which is the same community, just in different places, we have a podcast called She's the Brand. You should check it out. If you are new here, make sure to subscribe. If you are interested in branding boldly, all of the details are in the description. Follow me on Instagram as well. I show up a lot there. I will see you guys in the next video. And yeah, good luck with your goals. Bye.